All right, welcome everybody. I think we have all of the folks that we're going to have on this particular webinar. So thank you very much for taking some time out of your day to touch base and learn a little bit about how to keep your finances in order and healthy during this very unique time that we find ourselves in. So our team is working pretty much around the clock at this point just to make sure we're doing our best to serve all of our members. So we're going to go over a few areas here, as long as you can see my screen. And if you can't, I do encourage you to use the chat box to let me know. But we're going to go over a few resources here on our website that's going to allow you to stay up to date with information, but things to consider when it comes to managing your finances through SECNY, as well as things to think about when considering managing your finances with any institution in the area. So first things first, I want to go ahead and we're going to take a look on our website here. We have an About SECNY section, and this is where you'll want to go to stay up to date on all of the most recent news that we have out there for our members in regards to any special announcements that we have. And so under About SECNY, you're going to go down to News and Events. And from there, for this webinar, we're going to scroll down to our Keeping Your Finances Healthy, okay? And so everything we're going over today is right on this website, so you can pull it up anytime. No need to take copious amounts of notes or anything like that. It's all right here on our website, ready for you to take a look and follow. So the first of these 5 tips that I want to go over, obviously, is direct deposit. I know some people out there currently don't have direct deposit for one reason or the other. However, we wanted it to be on this list because it's very important. There's a lot of pros that come with direct deposit. The most prominent being that you're not going to be receiving a check from your employer that you have to go pick up and then go and deposit in an institution or put into the mail to mail in or whatever your practice may be right now. Setting up direct deposit with your employer is going to allow you to not only potentially receive the funds faster, right, because it's going directly into your account, but it means there's less touch points. There's not as many people handling it. You're not having to go out to all these different places to potentially deposit it or split it up or have different people touching all of this. So we highly recommend getting into a setup where you have direct deposit, whether it's from your main employer. If you have multiple jobs, ask about direct deposit for all of those jobs, even if it's just a side job, because that's another check that you would have to deal with during this time of uncertainty a little bit. And so direct deposit is going to have some stability there for you. And as you can see, for a limited time, we are offering a $25 kind of mini bonus if you do set up a newly established direct deposit during this time. We really want you to get into direct deposit. It saves you time. It saves you the need to go into these public places right now. So it's our tip number 1, and it's right at the top because of how important it is. So if you don't have direct deposit yet, we highly encourage you to set this up. Our second tip is obviously online banking. Many of you out there probably already have online banking, and along with online banking, you want to make sure that you download our mobile app onto either your tablet, your smartphone. That way, you're going to be able to have access to see your balances, to transfer your funds between different accounts. You're going to be able to check in on things, make sure they're good. Feel free to use our bill pay system, right? A lot of people are concerned right now. I've got to pay my bills. Normally I get my certified check and send it in. And what I like to remind people is that whatever bill you're paying, there's usually either an online portal for you to be able to make that payment, or log into online banking through SECNY and use your bill pay function. It's a great tool to use to get those bills out, and so that you don't have to worry about writing, mailing, going to the post office, or going to the credit union to get a check or anything like that. You can take care of it right online. Now, the other piece of this is e-statements, obviously. And so not only is that good for the environment in general, but e-statements are going to be able to allow you to receive your statements sooner. So you'll be able to check in on those statements, get them quicker than you would if they're in the mail. But also, it's going to hold a record, an online record of your e-statements. So why is that important? Well, if you are one of those folks who are spending a lot of time at home these days, given the current environment, you may start to move on, get some projects done at your house, or maybe you're working on something with some outside businesses that you've wanted to get to and now you have the time. In certain situations, you may be asked to provide a statement document for proof of income or certain things like that. So having signed up for e-statements allows you to have that backlog online. You can go right in and you can get that document without having to make a trip to the credit union to ask for a copy or to log all of the mailed copies that you get at home. So online banking, signing up for e-statements, using that bill pay function, these are really important things when it comes to managing your finances from a remote environment like your home or wherever you may be. The next tip is for our debit and credit card piece, and this is about mobile wallet pay, right? We have worked very hard at SECNY to make sure our members have a full gamut of options for making payments. And so we do offer Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay for your debit and your credit cards. Whichever you have with the credit union, you're going to be able to go on your smartphone and register your card, debit or credit, with any of those payment functions. And you're going to be able to start to use that. I know some people are having to make the trip out to the grocery store, or we're grabbing some supplies because we need some more at home. And so we just want to make it a quick trip, and we want to make it as safe a trip as possible. And so what Mobile Wallet allows you to do is to pay for those items without having to really have a high contact point with these public terminals, where a lot of people have been, hitting confirm and swiping their cards and punching their numbers in and all of that. It's a high touch point terminal. Mobile Wallet allows you to just hold your phone closely to make that payment so that you don't have to touch the public terminal in those stores. So this is a great tool, and we recommend it to as many people as possible so that you're not having to engage and touch those surfaces that are touched most often at these stores. So certainly pay attention to that. You can explore more on our website about the credit card offer you see there, but that could also come in handy a little later down the road, depending on how a lot of this pans out. But even now, you have some time on your hands. Take a moment to look at your finances. See if maybe some of these things can help you out in terms of mitigating everything that's going on. For tip number 4, we like to bring up our transfer options, right, in online banking. And so in order to do this, transferring funds between financial institutions, you will have to have online banking, which hopefully you would have already done after following tip number 2. But this is a great benefit from your SECNY online banking account. We have external transfers available, which allows you to kind of use your SECNY online banking as a hub for all of your finances. So you've already followed steps 1 and 2 and 3, and so your direct deposits and coming in, but then you're like, oh no, what do? I like to send some money off to my other accounts elsewhere. Well, luckily, SECNY actually offers the option for you to do that right from online banking. So you're able to go in, transfer those funds to another institution without having to stop at a public ATM where people may have been using it all day. And so you're touching another one of those public terminals. But so you can skip that step, and you can skip the step of going to the credit union itself or to the other financial institution to make that deposit into those accounts, right? You have the ability, the power is yours, if you will, right in online banking, to go in and transfer those funds that you need transferred to the other institution where any of those other accounts are. So you can really hone in and use this SECNY online banking space as your digital branch here. We're here to help you manage your finances through this time. And this is one of those amazing tools that are going to cut down on you needing to travel to other places in order to get your banking done. And finally, for tip number 5, paying or requesting for funds. Don't forget the digital options we have for paying each other, right? If we have friends who we're talking to, or if you have people who you purchase things from locally and they're asking you to pay, there's things like our Pop Money. As well as other digital services that are out there to help you pay person to person. And what does this help you with, really? It saves you a trip again to the ATM, that public terminal. If you have to go, you have to go. But by doing this, you don't have to go to the ATM to get cash. You don't have to meet up and hand it over or mail you definitely don't want to be mailing cash to anyone, but this is an option for you to make sure those funds are getting to where they need to go, but without having to go out and make multiple stops or be visiting public terminals that you don't want to visit or anything like that. And so we do recommend, explore Pop Money. You can do that right in online banking, or find out more on our website about Pop Money so that you can transfer money between yourself. Maybe you have family members who are out of this area, but they're maybe affected by this in a financial way, and you want to send money to them. Pop Money is a great resource and tool to use to get that money to them in an easy way without having to be concerned about going to make multiple stops anywhere or anything like that. And so that kind of wraps up our 5 main tips for keeping your finances healthy. Now, keep in mind, some of you may be diving into this for the first time. I've never signed up for online banking before. I've never used mobile banking before. We are here to help. The team at SECNY is available and ready in order to help you through the process of getting set up in these tools and being able to learn how to use them effectively. I highly recommend giving us a call if you have questions. Keeping in mind, we do, thank you in advance for your patience as we are experiencing, a high call volume with everything that's going on, but we will get to helping you. And the other thing I'd like to recommend is use this Contact Us tab right on our website here. When you use this, you're going to be able to fill in your information so that we can reach back out to you as soon as you need us to. But then you can explain to us, what are you experiencing? What are you really looking for? What do you need from us? And we can prepare and have those answers for you. So definitely, if you need help during this time, please reach out to us. It's very important. At this time, I'd also like to go over, we have this banner on our website here that's giving important information for you all. Please make note of this. Starting next week on Tuesday, our operational procedures are changing slightly. Please read through this so that you're aware. We do this obviously for the safety of members and staff. So make sure you make note. If there are any future changes, obviously, visit the website, check this banner to make sure you have a good understanding. And also feel free to check that news and events tab under About SECNY. This is where we're keeping our most up-to-date information as we work through this very new environment that we're working in right now. Now, additionally, a lot of people that I've heard from are using this time to explore not only how to keep their finances healthy, like what we just went through with those 5 tips, but also This is a time to revisit finances. What do our finances look like? We have some time now. Do we want to review our credit scores? Do we want to review what we're saving money for? Maybe, you know, we're going to be hunkered down and staying in the house a lot. Maybe we want to plan a vacation at the end of this, right? Camping trip to the Adirondacks, maybe. I highly recommend you visit our Financial Wellness Center right here on our webpage. And you can find that by clicking on Education, Financial Education. And then if you scroll down and select our Bonsai Journal, you're going to be taken into our portal. And this is our Financial Wellness Center. Here you're going to be able to access different articles, calculators. The calculator tool is quite great. I recommend it to everyone, and this is helpful. You're having time at home, spend some time to look over your finances. You've already taken the time to follow our 5 steps to keep your finances healthy. So once you keep your finances healthy, you can have some time to take and plan for your future. You know, what does retirement look like? What can I be contributing? And how can I save for some things going through the future? Or do I just need to, you know, update my budget? Different things like that. So I highly recommend taking a look at that, exploring those different options that you have right from our website. Our website has so much information, so I do recommend use it to your advantage. And as I stated before, under news and events on our website, you're going to be able to get important updates like this letter from our CEO, as well as check out those 5 tips that we went over today. Setting up direct deposit with your employer, joining the online banking community, sign up for online banking and download our mobile app. Make sure that you have your mobile wallet pay. If you need to transfer funds to other financial institutions, use that external transfers option in your online banking. Save yourself the trip. Save yourself going out to do those things. And then also, if you need to send money to someone in need, or if someone owes you money or anything like that, use Pop Money, use those digital payment services to not only speed up the process, but save you a trip out, to save you using those public terminals in any situation like that. So this about wraps up our webinar for today. I wanted to keep it brief, just a quick touch point for those 5 tips on keeping your finances healthy. My name is Eric Radley. I am the Director of Education Marketing for SECNY, but our entire team at SECNY came together to bring these tips to you, and we continue to be available to help you at any time. So feel free to use that Contact Us tab or give us a call. We're standing at the ready and helping people as quickly as we can. Also, additionally, make sure you're taking note of this change that starts Tuesday on March 24th. That's next Tuesday. Our operations at the branches will be changing slightly, so please take note. But our call center is going to be available during all regular hours. So we are available here to help you through this time. And don't feel free to reach out, even if you're going to run into any situation where you have questions about using these services, or if you see some sort of financial hardship coming your way, call us. Let us help you through that. Give us an opportunity to have that conversation with you to see if we can come up with some solutions. Other than that, I hope you're all keeping safe these days. Again, if you have questions, reach out to us, but we're happy to have you as a member, and we're here to help and serve you. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.